You're listening to the Precision Shooting Podcast, discussing all aspects of precision and long-range rifle shooting. This episode is brought to you by Impact Dynamics. And now, over to your hosts.
Well, hello and welcome to the Precision Shooting Podcast. This is episode number 142. My name is Rusty. Joining me tonight, the ever wonderful, always glorious, magnificent beard of Andy Little. How are you, mate?
I'm well after that, big wrap up. Jeez.
Yeah, sorry, mate. That sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
That's a bit too much confidence building.
Sorry, we'll take it back. Andy Little is here as well, ladies and gentlemen. That's Andy is here. Yep.
There you go.
Got to talk.
That's me.
Fantastic, mate. Yeah, just the two of us tonight. We're running, not solo, what's the duo?
Duo.
Running duo tonight.
Tag team.
Brandon Bronte was all lined up and then work got him.
Spewing.
By work, I mean COVID. But anyway, one of the two.
Righto.
Good. How's your couple of weeks been, mate? Any shooting happening? Anything exciting going on? Knock your rum off the table.
Yeah.
The rum baron won't be happy.
Can't do that.
Oh, no, he'll be happy. You buy more. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right.
Good. Knock your rum off the table. Go for it.
No, not lately. Actually, something I probably should have mentioned to you earlier.
Oh, it's your last night. Yeah. Oh, it's been good, man.
I purchased a handgun.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Right. There we go. All right. No worries. What'd you get?
I've got it's a 1911 frame.
Yep.
9mm.
Yep. Trying to remember the brand, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooter's Arms Elite Match.
Shooters are. Okay.
So
I'm familiar with this one.
Made in, is it Thailand? I think it's Thailand.
Okay.
So, obviously, I'm not lashing out on the first one. It's just to get in
Foot in the door, mate.
foot in the door.
Yeah.
But the other day up at the club, I spent half an hour behind the club's 9mm and went through $70 worth of ammo in half hour. So now I'm thinking I should get a 22.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to do it.
That's
excellent. And so the next one would be a yeet cannon.
Yeah, 22 yeet.
That's what I thought it would have been. Yeah, good.
That's it.
Brilliant. Any other exciting things?
I did purchase as well. Gee, I've been
Far out. You
lashing out some cash.
Far out. Look out.
Tax return, thank you. A Grey Ops mini mag cutout plate.
Oh, flash. Real flash.
Yeah, expensive.
Yeah, the gamer plate.
For a bit of, that's the
For a bit of metal.
because this is how I win stuff. I just get stuff that helps me because I lack in skills.
Lacking interest in training
That's
and
it.
skills. Yeah, cool. Cool. Well, we've got some plans to work on that in future episodes, but we'll get to that a lot later.
Yeah,
we'll get to that a lot later. So how's your gamer plate?
Good.
This is the cutout one. This is just a piece of alloy that sits on the bottom of the gun and gives you a more stable platform to shoot from.
That's it. Yep. Bit of money for a piece of alloy. But no, it is nice. You can tell a lot of thought's gone into it, and the cutout. So it's tidy. It's done quite nice.
Yeah. Okay.
And it does help quite a lot.
What is something like that worth? If I dare to ask, or is it if you need to ask, you can't afford it?
Depends how willing you are to spend money on extra points.
So how many monies do you have to spend to get set extra points?
I think it was mid 200s or the mid to high 200s.
Oh, okay. That's honestly not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, right.
I thought they were in the 4 to maybe you got the mini one you said. Now he's unsure. He's double checking how much these things
there is the big one.
Oh, okay.
There is a huge one that you have you can adapt binoculars and a rangefinder to and things like that.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Okay.
Mini mag.
Grey Ops. Let's see here. Clearly I've not spelled it correctly. Might be the other version of Grey Ops.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Double P.
Oh, let's just look under.
It's under Arca.
I got it right the first time,
there you go.
Anyway, there we go.
Oh, so it's not that big one.
Okay, it's not the big one that's around the 450 mark.
It is a bit more than what I thought.
320. 320. Okay, when you said $200 and something, I was like, oh, that sounds great, but okay, a little bit higher than we thought.
That must have been the knockoff version I was looking at.
Oh, have you used it yet?
I haven't fired with it, but I've done a bit of dry fire, a bit of playing around. It definitely helps, makes things a lot more stable on the barricade on top of like a a heavy filled bag or even a light filled bag, it takes out a lot of the side to side movement, especially when cycling the bolt.
Yes.
So I know I used to, whenever I cycled the bolt, if I was a bit full on with it, I'd end up canting the rifle just a little bit each time.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you're a bit rough.
Yeah, a bit quick, bit rough, and so my rifle would then be quite canted after like the third or fourth shot, where it doesn't move.
Yep.
But you do need to spend a little bit of time, once you put it on the bag, sort of settle it in and make sure it's level.
Yep.
And then you can go full hammer. It's pretty good from that.
Okay, so is it cheating?
Oh, I'll let you know.
Start betting plushy, then it is.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's worthwhile. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's a good confidence boost. It will take out a lot of the my lack of skill. Paired with a very heavy rifle.
So they obviously highly recommend that, just throwing money at equipment until you can shoot better.
That's what we do.
No. Should we talk about our future plans?
Yes.
Yeah, so we are planning, completely contrary to what we've just stated, for some future episodes. We are going to be working really much on getting ready to shoot PRS and
Yep.
like if we were to start from the beginning ourselves, we're going to get a couple of guests in who are at that beginning point and pick their brains on what they want to know, on what they've done so far, the advice they've taken. We're going to go through in detail, and this will be over a multiple series of episodes, sort of from now till the end of the year-ish, with a few. I'm sure we'll talk about other things from time to time, but really have a focus on that, gearing up for the 2021 PRS season and club matches and more clubs that are on their way and other bits and pieces. So this is the plan. So I guess that what we're trying to say is throw some questions in. Send us wherever you're up to. We'd love to know where you're up to and what you're thinking, the decisions you're wanting to make.
Yep.
And we will, get some experts and get some newbies and other bits and pieces. And then we also might say something.
Yeah, I like the fact you had. Yeah, we'll get some experts to talk.
Yeah. But we've just got you and I, so we need to go from there. But okay.
Yeah,
Good.
there's a lot of stages where people are at. You know, you could have someone who's just bought their second or even their first rifle, like a basic, relatively basic rifle, and they want to get into it. Or you can be at the other extreme where someone's gone, no, I really want to get into this, and they've lashed out and got a full custom build.
Yep.
Both ends of that sort of setup still require a good knowledge base and a good skills base to work on.
Unless you just buy the gamer plate and then you can just hit every target.
That's it.
Yeah.
Guaranteed win.
Guaranteed. So, and
Delta Tactical sponsoring.
There we go. Down a couple of gamer plays would be great. Anyway, we're going down that path because I guess for me, I'm sort of doing a bit of a reset on a bunch of equipment and bits and pieces, and Andy's trashing the joint, and we also are hearing and talking with and speaking with on a regular basis a bunch of guys who are in that position, who are either starting to shoot local comps or starting to work out what gear they've spent this year looking at what equipment, and we've done the Gear Night shows and the other shows, and we've really sort of found a lot of people in that position. So I think let's put together, I guess, a bit of a step-by-step guide is really our plan. Maybe not as formal as having step-by-steps, but we'll just talk about some stuff. That's really the plan.
Be like a big games of snakes and ladders. We'll give you a bit of advice, and then you'll go sliding right back to the beginning, and we'll give you a bit more advice, and then you're lost.
So are we the snakes or the ladders?
It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Okay. That didn't answer my question, and I don't think I'm going to get an answer. All right, we'll move on. You're changing barrels.
Yes. Yeah, I've booked in and got them to pencil in my rifle for
a pencil barrel.
No, penciled in the calendar.
Oh, okay, right. Just checking.
To book my rifle in for a new barrel and break.
Weren't willing to commit to pen?
No, well, it is, but yeah.
It just sounded better saying pencil. Yeah, okay.
Pencil it in,
Pencil in. All right, cool. And so that's been done at APRS?
Yes, it is. Yep.
And do you know what you're getting?
No.
Oh, you don't know what you're getting?
No, I pretty much had a quick chat to Ash, and I said, hey, get me something straight and heavier than what I've got.
Okay.
Thread it on with a break.
All right. So do you know what the potential options are?
Oh, no.
No. Okay.
He did rattle off a few different brands and makes.
So we assume things like Bartland are in
Yes,
there, and
there was one of them.
Proof are probably
Proof
in
was
there.
one. Yep.
And
There was it Hardy? Yeah, Hardy's the one. That's the other one.
That's what they put on my 6GT. So
Yep.
that's probably a contender. And there's probably a few other in that mix because I know they do quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was quite a few options on muzzle brakes.
Oh, okay. And you've just left it open?
Yeah, pretty well. I said whatever you reckon, mate.
All right. So we're going to take some answers from our audience. What do you think? What combination do you think Andy is going to end up with? Brand of barrel and brand of muzzle brake.
Do we want to throw in caliber and twist rate?
Oh, do you know that?
Well, I know caliber. I know what.
I'm pretty sure
I think everyone's going to know.
I'm pretty sure you've already said what caliber you're going.
Yep.
But I think the two big unknowns, because caliber, it's going to be pretty obvious what your twist rate is, or close to. But brands of barrel with combined with the muzzle brake you're getting. Yep. All right.
And what about barrel profile? Am I going a full Palmer?
Oh.
I don't know. You tell me. Ash. What am I getting?
No, you're not varmint because you got to be heavier than what you've got. All right.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And when's this all happening? When's it being penciled in for? Subject to.
I think it was post Steel Apocalypse. So post the 19th.
Still Slam.
That's
okay. So a few weeks. All right.
Yeah, a few weeks. Right.
All right. Well, we will put it out there. We'll get on the socials. We'll work out what everyone thinks it is, and whoever guesses the right combination first without ringing Ash.
Yeah, that's the.
we'll get him a hat or something like that. We'll get him something, or maybe Andy's old barrel. We'll send you Andy's old barrel.
Man, that chamber's rusted out, eh?
Way to sell it, man. That's okay. We'll send you a hat instead. Yeah, we'll do that, or a t-shirt or something like that. That'll be.
It's got scrap value.
yeah, which is more expensive, which is less than the post is going to cost on the barrel. If you live in Adelaide, you can pick up Andy's barrel.
Yeah,
and if you don't, we'll send you a hat or t-shirt. Yeah. Good. All right, great. Well, that sounds great. Another project on the go. I ordered an Action. No surprises. Oh, wow. No surprises what that is, and we won't be giving anything away for that one. But I did contact Danny and ask him to organise an impact action for me for a 223.
Yep.
It's going to be a little while, which is excellent because then I can just pay it off eventually.
Yep.
He said it could be a little while, but that is underway. So I now have some guns to sell, and I need to get on to selling them so I can actually pay for an action that I've ordered. Yep. So moving on, as we spoke in the last episode, moving on a bunch of gear to be able to sort of really get down refined and choose a setup. So that will be there. I haven't thought about barrel or anything on those lines at this stage. Just really get that action underway. And then, probably just copy whatever the GT profile barrel it is, which I have no idea. It was a Hardy barrel. I don't even remember the twist rate. I'm sure it's whatever it is, a sensible one. Anyway, we'll go from there. So that's we're both getting some stuff, some things done.
That's it.
Which would be excellent. So we talked about that precision measurement station.
Yes.
The last week, and we talked about not opening it because the one we had here was for someone else, and that went out. But I did get another one in.
Yep.
And I did open it. You saw it.
I had a quick look.
Yeah. So we had a little play with it. It's now. That's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Is we moved warehouse. We moved scoped out and projectile warehouse into a
warehouse.
Awesome, amazing. So true to the name now.
Yep.
And so in a quite a relatively short space of time, it was all done and dusted under a week.
Nice.
From we probably should make this happen to we're in a warehouse and Andy's belting around pallet racking.
It's happening.
Yeah. So that was good. But when we got down there, we at the end of it, I think we busted open one of those measurement stations, and it is weighty. It is chunky.
Yeah. Yep.
I took down my comparator, my Sinclair comparator next to it, and just having that heft in the base of it.
Yep.
I'm very impressed.
Yep.
So. Yeah. What were your thoughts on it?
It looked like a very well thought out concept.
Yep.
In terms of having everything in one unit, and tidy, like you said. You've got a storage space for each component.
Yep.
Or adapter. And it just means having one consistent measuring dial for all those processes.
For all three,
yeah. Instead of having 3 measurement dials, all with a little bit of error, you might say, even though they're measuring different things.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you're able to do it consistently, and you're able to look after it, and it's pretty well self-contained unit. So I'm really impressed with it. That's going to go on the bench.
Yep.
We moved everything down to a warehouse, and it's all out of the shed. And now I get my shed back, Andy. This is exciting. So the shed is an absolute mess at the moment because it literally is just being gutted.
Yep.
But I'm now going to extend what used to be my packing bench and then the reloading bench, which used to be like the orders that are about to go out, because good luck reloading around it.
Yep.
Is now going to be one monster of a reloading bench. I decided the whole way along is going to be reloading setup, and so we've got this whole new area to be able to deck out and plan to set it up a bit better for video, do some stuff in there. So I'm taking ideas on concepts and setups.
Yeah, and cleaning stuff,
and cleaning stuff.
Brass cleaning.
Oh yes.
Yep.
I thought you just meant cleaning the shed, and I'm like,
no,
it just around to that yet.
Popped into my mind before.
Yes. Yeah, well, it certainly we did ask some people about brass cleaning, and we got some sort of feedback and stuff. Yeah, so making some decisions around brass cleaning. We put up a post about it and got a few comments on it, and I also had a chat to a few people as well. And really, the stainless steel one is what is regularly being regarded as the best option and the way to go forward, which is pretty much what the plan is. So I think I'm down the stainless steel path.
Solid.
I have actually ordered a setup, so that is underway. I've got a press also coming as well. So now that I've actually got some room, it's time to get it set up. And I think the big kicker for me is that the 6GT brass is on its way into the country, and has the paperwork all approved and ready to roll.
Crazy.
And so when it comes here, I probably need to be ready to actually load something.
Yeah, I'll give you your brass prep station back, eh?
What was that?
What?
That's right, the brass prep station that I forgot about.
6 months ago?
Longer, definitely
Was
longer.
it?
Oh yeah,
Geez.
well and truly.
Righto.
Must be pushing a year. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I've used it once.
Good. Well, I'm glad it's found a solid, good home.
That's it.
Excellent, good.
Fits nicely in my cupboard.
For all the reloading you've done. Yeah, well, I'll have room for it back
That's
now.
it.
Yeah,
Nice.
Well done. Thanks for storing it for me.
No worries.
For no charge. And we'll get back. So where are you up to on brass cleaning? What are you running?
In terms of cleaning, stainless steel media.
Which unit have you got?
Lyman.
The Lyman.
Orange stuff. I've always, in terms of cleaning gear, I've always stuck with Lyman sort of.
Oh yeah, I guess
gear.
they were like the traditional guys to get for the corn cob tumblers.
Yeah. Started with the corn cob thing, and all their like sort of hand tools and bits and pieces are mainly Lyman. I've got. And the case trimmer.
Okay.
I've got the Lyman one. So yeah, they crank out some reasonable gear, I think.
There you go. Well, I've ordered the Hornady stainless steel one, which. I do like the Hornady gear, so I'm going a little bit of that sort of stuff, and we'll go down that. But then, T7 Reading press as well. So all sorts of stuff coming my way.
Tidy.
We'll see. We'll slowly piece it together. Still haven't made the jump on the powder situation because I know that there's only one main choice, and it is not a cheap choice. And I'm putting it off as long as I can.
Yep.
See if there's some other magic solution that appears in the next
tell you what,
month or so.
I'll trade you a brass prep station for that.
You can get out of here.
I did see Frankfurt Arsenal have released their own sort of like a light powder dispenser.
Oh, okay.
Similar to RCBS light one, Chargemaster.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of jumped on that loading aspect of things as well.
Well, there's a new Hornady one coming as well.
Okay.
which hasn't arrived yet. I honestly haven't gone looking for info on it.
Yep.
I have one coming, not specifically for me. I have one just coming whenever it does.
Yep.
But yeah, I haven't seen any reviews or anything on it. To be fair, I haven't looked. So that might be an interim option because I suspect nothing's going to be as good as the A&D auto trickler type setup. That looks extremely impressive. It's going to be hard to top that. But we'll see. We'll see what's on the way in between. So we'll see how we go. Is this the Frankfurt Arsenal?
Yeah, that's the one.
Looks Platinum Series Powder IntelliDropper. This is the name listed here on Amazon. It's a Frankfurt Arsenal 108-2250 Platinum Series Powder IntelliDropper for reload measuring with LCD display and free reloading database app for iPhone, Windows, and Google One size.
Cool. Looks
seems extensive.
Oh, I didn't know it connected to your phone.
Yeah, apparently it does. Well,
cool.
Actually, did it say that? I didn't even. I got lost in the name. I forgot what I was talking about. There's an app that has information with it, but anyway, the IntelliDropper electronic powder measure. Really keen to hear if anyone is running one of those. That would be be interesting to see. They don't look overly expensive, which is always nice. Anyway,
what about the RCBS brought out the one that had a 0.01 measurement? Any people jump on that? Do you know?
I haven't seen. I think off memory the price was like way up there, and you could virtually almost get an auto trickler for the same money. And at that point, you're like, well, just it's tried, it's proven, it does really well.
Yep.
I've seen a few videos on that RCBS one, but nothing significantly inclusive that would sway the other way. So. Yeah. Anyway,
fair enough.
So that's the big question. Next, powder. How do we deal with powder? But we'll just work that one out later on. That's just
crank out the beam scale.
Mate, I've got a beam scale. I'll do that. I'll do that in the time being. May as well. There's no big comps to shoot this year, so I've got plenty of time to make those decisions.
That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of comps, the two bigger comps that are floating around are getting close. The Bigoton match, which is a team match, monster match, which would be, again, I'm sure it's full. I know it's full, but you never know who may pull out of a match like that. So I would suggest if you're in Queensland, Southeast Queensland, can get there, get to Bigoton for that match. Even if you can't shoot the match, I would highly suggest getting involved. So, that would be wonderful. Team matches are really good fun. Haven't been involved with one for a long time, and I know these guys will make it excellent, good fun. So that is looking really good. Looking forward to. We'll try and get a chat with some of the guys who do shoot it afterwards. That would be brilliant. Yep. And then of course the local match here, the Steel Slam. If you're in SA or can get to SA comfortably, 19th of September, head on down to Monarto, and it'll be Plush Years putting together. I think a pretty good course of fire. I think it's going to be a little harder than last time around, and it looks good. And the really good thing that I'm excited about is new shooters. Plenty of new shooters shooting it. I've got two guys who are borrowing my gun to shoot the match.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, which is really good. So
your 223.
My 223.
Yep.
Yeah,
nice.
the current one I can't lift.
Yep. Well, fair enough. Yep.
So they, it'll be in use that day a lot. And both of those guys coming out on Sunday to have a crack with it, get to know the gun, and then shoot the match with it.
Perfect.
Which is what we want to see. You guys getting involved, and so I'm looking forward to that. You're shooting that match?
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be just pumping out some old ammo I've got. So don't expect anything great.
I expect all the great, no? Right.
With all my training I've been doing with my
I was going to ask you about like what you've been doing to get ready for it, anything, but I suspect that we're going to be extremely disappointed by the answer. So I won't even ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask. So you're going to shoot this weekend?
Yes, Sunday. Oh, well, I'll be helping out around a fair bit.
Oh, okay.
I'll try and get a sneaky little shooting. Yeah.
So if you've got pretty limited time before a match like this coming up, and here to put you on the spot, what do you hope to achieve on Sunday if you only, let's say you get half an hour, sort of to an hour maybe to get behind the gun over the course of the day?
Yep.
Where will you throw that time to try and get as much as you can for a match coming up in a couple of weeks?
Yep. So I've just updated my Kestrel
So you got snake. So is that what you're going to do for your hour?
Oh, man. I forgot I had snake on there now. Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome. Well, that's answered the question. But let's pretend you didn't have snake for some reason. What would you do?
Well, because I do have 2 batches of old ammo. So I'm going to run 2 10-shot groups, take velocities on either one and decide which one I'm going to run for the day.
Yep.
True my data to 500. That should, and then, obviously that should take all of 15 minutes.
Yep.
I think 15, 20 minutes. And
Yep.
then probably just a little bit of dry fire live fire off a barricade with my new the Schmedium bag.
Oh, yes.
And my plate, because I haven't actually shot with either of them yet.
Which is advice that we'd always suggest
Yes.
is to practice with the gear that you've got.
That's it.
Rather than just using it in a comp.
So I've done a little bit of dry fire with them.
Yep.
But obviously, once you throw a bit of recoil in there and stuff like that, you get to pick up a little bit of, quirks or tips. So,
Okay.
and that's probably all I'll do is just group velocity data and then a bit of live fire on probably just a skill stage barricade. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. What if you had the entire day available to you? What would that breakdown look like?
The start would probably look quite similar.
The same?
Yep.
Sure.
And then I reckon I'd probably throw in some mag changing drills, more awkward positional drills. I know I need to work a lot on rooftop sort of stuff.
Okay. Yep.
And standing and kneeling shots.
Sure.
So I'd probably just try and get a bit more familiar with that.
Yep. And so if you're let's say the kneeling position, for example, to just break down on that a little bit more. If you're going to go, right, I need to work on my kneeling position. Like, do you just shoot 30 rounds from kneeling, or do you create a stage that involves kneeling, or do you shoot 2 off kneeling and then break and come back up and then go again? What does it look like?
Yeah, if ammo wasn't a worry, I might jump in there full up, like straight up, throwing lead down range. But I would usually create a small stage in my head, set an alarm or a buzzer on my phone.
Yep.
Sort of think of it as a mini stage, go down and dry fire it and sort of get a feel of what's comfortable, stand up, maybe do it again, but, a couple of different ways of kneeling. So, I mean, you can kneel on your knee, like on
That's
your knee.
usually how you kneel.
Yeah, one knee down and one foot
Hope you
up.
guys are writing this down.
Yeah. So when you're kneeling, one knee down.
Got it.
And but you're relatively upright. Your bum is off the ground, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So try doing it that way. Another way of kneeling is sort of knee down, but your bum is sort of sitting on your foot.
Yep.
Which can be sort of classified as kneeling.
Yep.
So try that as a different sort of position and just try and work out a little bit more what's comfortable.
Sure.
And that's during dry fire.
Yep.
And then I would run it live a couple of times. But, if you're doing a little mock stage, don't make it a 10-round stage because you're going to go through a lot of ammo. You sort of try and incorporate more movement and less shots. So if I'm going from a standing to a kneeling to a seated sort of stage, I want to work on kneeling.
Yep.
I might do 1 shot standing, 2 shots kneeling.
Yep.
And then 1 shot seated, and just to work on the positional moving more than
building that position and I mean you could even go kneeling, standing, kneeling, seated, kneeling to really bring that into it.
Yeah, and if you are more restricted on ammo, then pretend to take a shot standing and then go down to kneeling
and actually shoot.
Yeah,
that's really sensible.
Yep.
Yeah, cool, nice. Nice. It's interesting to see people's process, and that I guess that's what we want to do with some future episodes is to really break down into those details of how you go about it and how other people do it. And
there's definitely effective ways of training. Say if you go to the range and you've only got 50 rounds with you, rather than punching 40 rounds at 100 meters, I'd much rather do 2 or 3 rounds at 100 to make sure I'm pretty close, and then just get trigger time in awkward positions.
Yeah, Excellent. Oh, there we go. So those guys who are shooting my gun, that's probably what you should do this weekend. I'm going to send them your way this weekend and say, hey, go speak with Andy and just follow what he does.
Yeah, if anything, make sure it's not zeroed. So then you have to spot your own splash and correct.
Yeah, very good, mate. Well, I think that it will be a good weekend. Hopefully, we see a bunch of new shooters. The Father's Day weekend, which is what this weekend is always our biggest weekend at the club. So, well, traditionally has been. So we're looking forward to another big weekend. A bunch of new members.
Yep,
a lot of guys seeing the sport for the first time and hopefully getting involved. So. I think that's what it's about.
Yeah, that's it. If you are a new shooter at a range, like especially our range, we're all pretty friendly.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, well, I will.
Good.
If you are having trouble like zeroing your rifle or working out a bit of data or dope, and you need a hand spotting, don't be afraid to throw your hand up and say, hey, someone trying to zero this rifle, or I'm trying to get out to 300 meters. Yeah, we'll give you a hand, no worries.
Yeah, no, absolutely true. That's true for the range that you're on well, because certainly it is a bit hit and miss, unfortunately. But certainly try and see if you get some good advice. It's worthwhile. But people in general are pretty happy to help out, especially those passionate about this sport. So highly suggest that. Now, I mentioned earlier about my shed is now a blank canvas.
Yep.
It is ready to rock and roll. So I'm seeking advice from our audience of what I should be considering. I mean, obviously we talked about some of the reloading gear and some bits and pieces, but I want those sort of magic items, those things that people are like, oh yes, I've got this in my shed and that's made it like so much better. And I know we're going to get the things like a beer fridge and a cigar bar and all sorts of options, whiskey on tap. I don't know what else, but I'm looking for the suggestions because it's really want to get it set up so we can do a bunch of videos in there. So it's fun to reload in, all that sort of stuff. So if you guys are suggesting, I've actually got a bunch of old PRS banners.
Oh yeah, yep.
And so these are make a banner or two from each of the matches and occasionally I'm able to hold on to one. So I've got a handful of them, and so I'm going to put them up on the walls.
Nice.
I'm basically going to sort of take everything into the middle, apart from the safe. I don't think we'll move the safe, but everything else and do the whole walls and either paint them or coat them with banners or whatever it is that may be.
Yep.
So that from when we film in there, it's just a nice place to be.
Nice.
So that's part of the plan. But I'm curious to see what people have. If you've got photos of your shed or sheds that look amazing. I mean, we haven't got an unlimited budget for some of the things I've seen. It'd be nice, but just for a few of those sort of really useful things to have inside a shed that's dedicated really to just reloading. A little bit of work on guns. I'm no gunsmith. In fact, I'm probably best not to even
mess with them. Yeah,
exactly. I can mount a scope and do a quick release on a bipod. That's probably about where I'll trust myself to.
Yep.
I've bettered stocks and bits and pieces, but that's not really.
I think most of the time, like most of the systems these days, you don't really need to. I feel as if you don't really need to touch.
Yeah.
Your chassis style stuff.
I will probably only make it worse. Yeah. So I know what you're saying. Yeah. So looking for that. Is there anything that you've had in a shed or a setup? You knew that question was coming, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, you've seen my setup. There was a photo posted a long time ago where it was like my office / reloading room was just full of crap. And I was like, I still reload here. It's like messy as, but you squeeze it in.
Yeah.
Integrated bottle opener.
Yes. Good.
I mean, I've got my computer there, so I often watch Netflix and stuff while I'm reloading, which I probably shouldn't. I have messed up a few charges once before doing that, double charge rounds and.
Yeah, okay.
At least with rifles, you know when you've double charged it because it goes everywhere.
Yeah, don't slack off like that if you're loading for your pistol.
No,
I shouldn't do that. Because you can, on some pistols, fit twice as much powder in as you're meant to.
I bet you can.
Yeah, so anyway, no, I guess I'm not looking for major distractions. Probably it is useful, and I've certainly previously, when I've had good sort of setups, had a computer or something there to be able to look up, recipes or load data or information like that.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
manuals of the products that I've thrown the menu out because you don't need instructions, and then realizing you do.
One of the things I've got on mine, which is really useful, I've got a few old bar mats, and they're they're just like a fluffy sort of towel, like a bar mat. You know what a bar mat is, but it gives you that soft sort of area where your hands can rest or you can place things, and it's not that's not too bad.
Nice.
Another one might be a good comfortable chair. Do you know if you'll be on like a stool, won't you?
Yeah,
Like
I'll
at that
probably be standing, I guess.
Yep.
It's sort of set up for that. But yes, a stool would be right. I have the stools that we used at the PRS finale last year, the green ones.
Yep.
In the that we used on the bar stage. But I've got one of those in there, but that's not the most comfortable one. I suspect if I'm spending a lot of time on it, I'll either stand up or get something more comfortable. But really good point. Yeah. I've actually found that with laying out the new warehouse and the new packing area, that I'm super mindful of my back, and I'm trying to locate everything in position where it's like arm's reach but not a stretch.
Yep.
Be able to grab this and grab that, and be super mindful of the ergonomics of the setup. When doing so. So yeah, I think that would be very something to take into account. Plushy's just put up a photo. Must be trying to tease us. He's just put up a photo of his auto trickler.
Yeah, whatever, mate.
Yeah, yeah. So he's just a little bit of a flex. He said it's probably the best thing he's ever done. I may be paraphrasing, but it's pretty close to what he's saying. So
Yep.
Yes. Anyway, that's Don't need to see stuff like that. I'm sorry, Plushy. Don't need to see see that. Oh, now that's all I can think about. How can I work out how to get one of those? Anyway, all right. I'll turn the phone off. Let's do that.
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm. All the things that are really exciting and we need for cleaning. Do you run in the food?
Yes.
Dehydrator?
Yes, the one.
That's what it. Yep. And that's a self-contained unit sort of thing that you sit on the bench type.
Yeah. Throw it under the table.
Yep.
Have it running under the table. Warm up your room as well, which is nice.
Okay.
Real easy to run.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
And it's good because it does have multiple layers. So if you do have multiple batches of brass or different types of brass, you can sort of like separate them out.
Yeah, right.
Which is good.
Okay.
I mean, I just mix all my shit together. I don't know what's what. So,
Learn from the best, ladies and gentlemen. Learn from the best. Good. Have you got T-shirts that say full squat on them yet?
No.
Disappointing. I thought someone was working on that anyway. So I thought Adam was getting onto that. Maybe not. Good.
We'll get there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna some more exciting news, which I'm not sure I've talked about yet on here, but we now have a video guy working, I guess, under the Impact Dynamics banner.
That's his job title, video guy.
Video guy, yeah, videographer. I guess is perhaps the formal one, but we can go with video guy. It seems he's a guy, and he's doing videos. So
solid.
Seems so he's been chipping away in the background, working on some bits and pieces. But for the whole setup of this shed and stuff, I think he's going to head down here and we're going to film some stuff. And so you guys can see what the stupid decisions that are made, and then just cringe at them, and then see the follow-up video. A couple of weeks later, we're like, that was the worst thing ever.
Right.
You can all sit at home going, knew that was going to happen. But anyway, there's something for you to laugh at and do.
That's
so
it.
look forward to. I look forward to getting people's input and see what we can make out of this space that we've got. It's an amazing feeling having about 20 square meters.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, somewhere around that of just space. And all that's in there at the moment, or all that's in there that has to stay in there, is a reloading bench. I want to keep two.
So much room for activities.
So many activities. Yeah. I would like to set up a dedicated dry fire area.
Yep.
So have a some sort of, and I haven't thought this through at all, but some sort of barricade type setup that maybe mounts to the wall that I can pull off and sit correctly, and then target down the other end of the shed. and then use that to be able to set up and have that as a permanent setup. So pretty much grab the gun out of the safe and get dry firing. Yeah, that would also be fairly high on the list for me.
I haven't used that.
You haven't used the target light yet?
No.
All in time, mate. You haven't done much in the way of getting ready for the shoot. It's much easier when there's regular comps on and it's much easier for life when there's no COVID going on.
Yeah, that's it.
At least we're not like poor Victorians at the moment. Not being able to do anything.
Well, I mean, if I was in Victoria, I probably would pull it out and be able to.
What about dry firing though?
Yeah. Nah, pulling it out definitely comes first. You're too quick with that.
That's what she said, yeah. All right, anyway, what are we talking about? Shooting off rounds. Yeah, got it. Good.
Yep.
So you should be dry firing, is what you're saying?
I should be. Yeah. I should be doing a lot more.
It'll be really interesting, I think, to see next year what the I think that those who have been utilising this time to develop their skills, I suspect will be well rewarded next year, especially towards the beginning of the year.
Oh yeah, there'll be leaps and bounds above others like me.
But I guess there's also the opportunity, like for the we still, if we're talking about potential 2021 PRS season, we're talking probably March at a guess, and so we're still 6 months away from that.
Yep.
And so there's still 6 months, Andy, where you could get head down and get stuck into us.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if I get a new barrel, I can always blame that, can't I?
Yeah. Well, Trav's been blaming not having a barrel for a good year and a half. So,
that barrel's been shot out for a long time, eh?
Yeah, he's not even here. Sorry, Trav, he was picking on you. But anyway, you'll hear this. It'll be good. Excellent.
I was going to say, when you do your powder, you're going to have a separate bench for your powder dispenser to your press, so you're not shaking it and that sort of.
Yeah, I have done that in previous iterations, and I do plan to do it again. Hence the reason I really, I've got this. What did I work out? It's about just over 3 meters worth of bench space.
Yeah,
lengthwise, and so and that's 2 benches, and so yes, I can set up one for X tasks and the other one for others, and set it up however it is. So press reloading setup layout is going to be another one that we might do a video on, all the things we think, and then we do it, and then all the things that went wrong about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have all your equipment all laid out on the bench, and it's like a production line.
Yep.
And then you realise you haven't got enough bench space, and it's messy. Because I know my annealer.
Yep.
Are you looking at annealing?
Well,
maybe
have access to an annealer. Let's put it that way.
Easy.
So yes, I do look at annealing. That doesn't need to come into the budget at this stage.
Perfect.
Let's put it that way.
That's like your neighbour's swimming pool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I know
Just don't
mine.
let them catch you in it. That's all.
Yeah.
What?
Righto.
Good. Layout. You're talking about. Well, we're both talking about layout.
Like I know I've got some stuff that just stays on the bench because it's too big and awkward to move around. Like my annealer is one of them.
Yeah,
it just lives there now. But anyway,
and that's where whatever I have on there is just going to stay there. It's not going to be I'll finish with this thing. I'll pack it away. No, it's just it is wherever it is.
Nice.
But that's where I'm. Now I'm reserving that area. That is all we're doing with that shed is going to be dedicated to that. And so if we need to put another bench in there because we do it, there's the room in there, which was extremely fortunate because I've got storage and stuff elsewhere now.
A heater? Because I know I started reloading in my shed, and my shed's detached from the house, and it's not insulated. It doesn't get any warmth, concrete floor.
Well, I have been packing orders out in this shed for the last years.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have a dehumidifier in there that runs, was running fairly constantly, and there's a button on there where you can flicker like a heat on.
Yep.
Now, it's not the most efficient heat, but you can flick it on for a little while, and then turn it back to normal, and it seems to do a fairly good job of hanging around.
Oh, nice.
So that's not
that will help.
terrible. Yeah, that's not terrible. There's another heater in this room that I can drag out there if need be, but you raise a good point.
Yeah, I know I did one winter of reloading, or like, let's say 1 week reloading when it was cold out in the shed.
These are very different terms.
Yeah.
1 week versus 3 months, but okay, great.
And when I found that there was rust starting to appear on my dies, I was like, nah, everything's going inside now.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Nah.
Pretty fortunate out there. It does stay pretty dry and
nice.
has done, because I've obviously had stock. I wanted to make sure it was in good nick, so that's why I run the dehumidifier out there, and we'll probably continue to do so, although at a lower setting, I guess.
Yep.
Which will be excellent. Anyway, I had a package arrive today, Andy. This little package here from Maple Store. But what's interesting about this?
Are these one of those random ones that from the dark web that just appear?
That's correct. So I'm going to open it now live on air and we'll see what we get.
Awesome.
So read out what's on there.
Auto Wax, fabric care, fabric wax, heavy duty fabric wax. Is that, yep.
Yeah, whatever was on there.
Nice.
So it's wax.
100% natural.
Yeah.
No petroleum, no silicon, non-toxic, latex free.
Great. Great. I'm always up for some free latex. This is to re-wax. Waxed canvas.
Canvas.
Yeah.
Bags.
Surfboard.
Surfboard.
Not sure fabric wax is probably the most ideal for non-fabric items such as surfboards, but who knows? Who knows? But anyway, this is something I'm trialing out to see whether or not this is a good option, although I've been highly recommended that it is, to re-wax canvas bags. So I'm going to give that a go and see if we can tidy a few up, because wax bags are excellent, but over time they do certainly lose their grippiness from the wax, and
Definitely.
so you do need to re-wax them, and going to see if this auto wax is a good option for it.
Yeah, perfect.
So we might try and get it in, but anyway, more info to come on that.
So at what point do you reckon your bag does need re-waxing? So like when your bag loses grippiness, like when it loses friction, stickability, that's when
it's wax coating. Yeah.
Needs reapplying.
Yeah, I think so. This is a bit of an experiment. So got it in and going to try it out. Been recommended this stuff as good option, so we will see. I have a solo sack from Short Action Precision, so I'm going to give that a go. That's in the canvas and see that has worn off a fair bit, and I think that's certainly it's a challenge. And I haven't seen anyone around with here sort of having an option for people. So
no.
Wax your sack, ready to rock and roll.
Perfect. Auto wax.
Well, we'll see. Let's not start promoting it before we actually try it on there. So we'll give it a crack. But
now, is that do you just rub it on, or do you need to warm it up, or what's?
Mate, I don't know. Okay. This is what I haven't had any. The directions on here say just rub it on. Thoroughly clean and dry items before application of wax. Rubbing a fabric with. I don't know why I'm reading out the instructions of how to wax something on this podcast, but I guess we've done worse. Yeah, no, we've probably done worse on this episode. So we'll carry on. Rub into fabric with back and forth motion to create friction. So I guess just that warmth of it. The friction of it.
I have seen a video on YouTube where if you feel as if your bag is too waxy, you can get a hairdryer just to warm it up a little bit and
take it off,
absorb in a little bit, wipe it off once it's
okay.
So
I'd be curious to see if any of our listeners have actually re-waxed their shooting bags. That will be interesting to know how you went about it and what you used. But anyway, going to give this a crack at some point soon. So just prepping all the gear, getting ready for eventually when we'll shoot a match. Might even shoot that one in November.
Yes.
Yeah, I did think about that. There's another one in SA in November, which is going to be pushing out to over 1,000 meters or so.
Yep.
And I'm interested in that one because I don't have to move the gun.
1,000 yards?
I think 1,100 yards, I think is where we're getting to.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Cool.
So I might even give that one a crack. But hopefully there might be a few more borders open by then and we could have a few interstaters come along to that one.
Definitely.
So fingers crossed. That would be good. That's my main concern of that. Or by then, who knows? The GT might be firing.
That's it.
And might be a better, sensible match to use a GT rather than a 223 for the 1,000 meter match, perhaps.
As long as you've got a good spotter, you can spot an impact at 1,000 meters on a 223.
I don't think they'd have to bother. I'm not sure I'd connect. I'd probably go have the worst spotter and they do the same job because I'd have to hit it for them to do anything about it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. But anyway, very good, mate. So what's on the cards for the next couple of weeks as we get ready? Is it purely just that Sunday shooting and then straight into a match?
Yeah, pretty well. So I'll have a little play on Sunday, this Sunday. And then we've got the Steel Slam at the club.
Steel Slam as he throws his hand down.
I was just trying to think of the second word after steel, and it's slam.
Yeah. Well, obviously you've got the confidence to do that a whole lot.
Yep.
Very good, mate.
Yeah. But after that, not a whole lot much more going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a crack, but I'm looking forward to a whole stack of new shooters shooting the Steel Slam. I think we're at 22, 23 shooters
cool.
having a crack, which is excellent, and there hopefully will be more. So guys, if you're listening and you're anywhere near Queensland, jump on board for the Monster. I think that's Monster team match. I hope I got that name right. And I know they're full up, but get on the wait list or whatever it is. And Steel Slam still has a number of spots. It'd be wonderful to actually see some guys out there if you live in Victoria, New South Wales.
That's it.
Sorry. Sorry, I hope for November.
We'll think of you.
We'll send you photos like Blushy did of his reloading setup.
That's it.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, guys, take care. We'll be back kicking off our getting started in PRS series stuff next week, I guess.
Sounds good.
Yeah, take care. Cheers.
Thanks for listening to the Precision Shooting Podcast. To continue the discussion, check out our Facebook page. And for more information, head to our website, www.precisionshootingpodcast.com.au. This episode was brought to you by Impact Dynamics.